Hello and welcome to Matrix Tips and Tricks. Today, our tip and trick is going to be the three different ways that you can do a CMA in Matrix. Those three ways are your quick CMA, your quick CMA with a three-up comparison, and your full CMA presentation. So first of all, we'll start out with a search, as you can see on the screen, that has our results from a search that I did looking for comparable properties. And again, the search that I do here is a search that I've done. Yours, of course, will be different for every circumstance that you're presented with. So what I've done is I've brought up a couple of properties. I've got some active properties, also known as my competition in a CMA. I've included a pending and a few closed properties. Once I select those properties from my list, at the bottom of the screen on the button bar, you're going to see the quick CMA option clearly labeled at the bottom. So once you pick the properties you want to use and you want to turn those into a quick CMA, just click Quick CMA at the bottom of the screen. Matrix is going to take that information, generate it into a PDF file, and it's going to present you with a quick CMA. The quick CMA is broken down into categories, in this case, the active properties, the pending, and the closed properties. And each one of those sections is going to give you columns with different bits of information. And then you're going to see the median, minimum, maximum, and average for each one of those statuses that you have picked. Now, keep in mind, this is a PDF file. It is non-sortable. You can't change the columns. But if you look at the columns that are here and the differences between, let's say, the actives and pendings and the closed, you'll see, of course, the closed gives you additional information like the sold price and close date and so on. Now, from here, if you scroll down a little bit to the next page, you'll see some quick stats. And this takes the 7 listings that I picked and again breaks it down into the list price, minimum, maximum, average, and median, and does the same with the sold price. Depending on the number of properties that you select when you're doing your comp search, this of course could roll over into multiple pages. In the example that I gave, it rolled over into 2 pages. You can take this quick CMA, and since it is a PDF file, you can print it from here. You could also save it as a file, put it on your desktop, and then attach that PDF file in your own email program if you'd like to do that, or just put it in a folder that's associated to that particular client or customer that you're working with. And one thing to note also, that this quick CMA shows it was presented by you, and it shows the date and the time that it was generated. So a lot of times that may be all you need, is just a quick CMA, just some statistical numbers to look at. And if that's the case, once again, the quick CMA will work fine for you. Other times, though, you may want to have that statistical quick CMA, and you also want to put a visual piece of information to that, like the side-by-side comparisons of the properties that you have selected. And you can do that by going to the print option after you do your comp search, like you see on the screen. Now, when you go to the print option, if you go to the bottom of the available reports, you'll see the quick CMA. When you select that, you're going to get the same quick CMA that I just showed you. But notice below that, you also have the 3-up comparison report. If you choose a combination of both of those, and remember, when you select more than one option, you do have to hold the control key down or the command key on a Mac. If you choose both of those options, your output will then be to print that to a PDF file, or of course, you can email a link to a PDF file with that information. So here's the difference between what I did before in the quick CMA and now what I did in the quick CMA and the 3-up comparison. You now have your same statistical view that we saw earlier. And again, that 2-page report. But then because I've added the 3-up comparison, now you're going to see that side-by-side comparison of the comps that you picked. Always going to be 3 to a page, comparing the data across. Again, this is non-customizable, but again, it gives you that visual effect showing you the pictures of the properties and the comparison of the data. So in this case, I had 7 comps, 3 to a page, 1 page, 2 pages, and finally the 3rd page. Once again, this can be printed. It can be saved as a PDF file, again, sent as an attachment in your own email program, or again, saved as a file that you can refer to at another time. And then finally, if that particular CMA is not as comprehensive as you want it to be, you can always go to that same button bar at the bottom, find the CMA option, and that will take the comps that you just picked and open up our CMA wizard and allow you to design a more comprehensive CMA with multiple pages. To find out more information about that type of a CMA, go to the help screen in Matrix, go to the Matrix video tutorials, and watch the CMA video tutorial, and that will walk you through step by step on how to create a comprehensive CMA using the CMA wizard. So you've got three different types of CMAs. You've got your quick CMA, you've got your quick CMA with your 3-up comparisons, and of course you have your full comprehensive CMA in the Matrix system. And that's today's Matrix tip and trick.